responded that he had been searching for Jessica all night. He also warned that if she kept accusing him, he would call off his team, and they would all forget about this case. Since the family's phone was still recording everything, she saved this recording. Debbie continued to believe that the police weren't doing enough to find her daughter. So, she was slowly losing hope of finding her alive as each day passed. This went on for several months, until there was an unexpected twist in the case. 10 weeks after the young girl disappeared, the police faced a series of crimes. A local man broke into someone's house, but the owner used a weapon to scare him off. Then, the man drove to North Carolina, where he broke into the home of a sleeping woman and assaulted her. Not long after this incident, the man was arrested, and his fingerprints were entered into the database. Once they were in, detectives got a full match. His fingerprints matched the ones left on the window in the missing girl's house. The man was then 27-year-old Thomas McDowell. As soon as Debbie learned about this, she immediately told the police. She knew this man. She had met him through relatives, and just a few months before her daughter's disappearance, she had hired him to do some work on the house. During the 2 days he spent at their house, he had built a shed and repaired an awning over the porch. It was also known that McDowell had a beard and always wore a tall cowboy hat. This led to the belief that Becky, who briefly saw his sister's abductor, might have mistaken the tall cowboy hat for a wizard hat, similar to the ones kids might see in cartoons. There was one big problem for the detectives. Despite the fingerprint match, it was decided that the evidence was insufficient to press charges. They still hadn't found the young girl's body, so they couldn't be certain she wasn't still alive. The presence of McDowell's fingerprints could also be explained away by the fact that only a few months before the abduction, he had done work on and around the house. Although such a possibility was quite unlikely, while inspecting the house, forensic technicians noted that the fingerprint appeared to be fresh. It hadn't been exposed to weather which could have altered it. The girl's mother, Debbie, also regularly cleaned the window where the fingerprint was found. When the kids played in the yard and wanted to speak to their mom, they would run up to this open window, touch it with their hands, and shout. Given that the children's hands were always dirty from being outside, their mom had to constantly clean the glass. McDowell had been working around the house 6 months before the disappearance, and there were no other fingerprints found on the window at the time of the investigation. It was almost impossible for the man to have left a print then, because it would have been wiped off. Jessica's mother also offered another interesting fact. She remembered that when McDowell worked on her house, she accidentally locked herself out of the house. As a result of this,